And we are off and running. How's it going? Nate Mumford, Director of Sales Engineering here at RCS. As always, Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time for a questions and answers during a time of remote workflows. That's right. We are live every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, answering your questions, talking about RCS products, all of that good stuff. So, of course, if you want to talk about Zeta, Zeta to Go, G Selector, Selector to Go, Quira, RCS News, perhaps, or maybe Zeta Cloud, Revma. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. But it's all open. Wherever you want to talk about, let me know. As I said, we're here every single Thursday. Going to be for the future, too. We really like doing these things because we get to talk with you and answer your questions and your workflows and all of that good stuff. So, obviously, today it's a little holiday weekend for us here in the States. It's July 4th weekend. Happy Canada Day yesterday. Before I forget, Sparklers. Yeah, Sparklers. That's how it's called. I know. It's from the teaser video from yesterday. So listen, I thought we'd just make this very quick, very brief, because we're all getting ready for the holiday here in the States. So I'm going to leave it open. Hello, V. Thank you for checking in. I thought I'd keep it open and just kind of see if there are any questions you want answered. This is a great asset, by the way, just so you know, if you're just checking in now or you're recapping some past videos. Just letting you know that, it's really great because I want you to interact with us and answer your questions, answer your workflows. My big philosophy has been for 2020, this is before COVID, this was dating back to last fall, was you don't know how to do something unless somebody tells you how to do it, right? You just can't, if you don't know it exists, how do you know how to do something? Which is why we're doing these kind of open sessions here for you to ask your questions, answer some workflows, and maybe spark something in your head that might be like, oh, I never thought I can do that. But wait a second, what if I do this? Kind of sharing the wealth and spreading it around. So I thought we'd leave it today open. Get your questions in below, your workflows down below. You can comment live at rcsworks.com. You can always email us as well, or direct message us as well, answering all those too. So whatever going to help out, let me know. I thought for today, we'll keep it very brief for the holiday. We want to point out too, just some kind of maintenance things, some housekeeping, if you will. Our field technician services, our FTS team, just so you know, our FTS team has been on site. Of course, we're following all CDC guidelines and really what you feel comfortable doing for you and your staff and our staff as well. We have a brand new field technician services portal that we created right during COVID so we can do some kind of contactless, interactions so we can make sure that everything is organized and up to speed, so we can do as much as we can remotely. And if we are going to be on site, of course, we'll have all the proper masks and all that good stuff to make sure that we keep your team safe and we keep our team safe as well. Wear your masks. It's not very hard. So FTS portal, that's up and running. We're doing some sites as well, just so you know. I'm going to tease some stuff with Zeta Cloud for next week. I'll give you a couple tips, just for generic tips for the holidays. And let's see what I'm forgetting here. Forgetting something. I should know I wrote it down on my post-it note, but I'm forgetting already. So we won't worry about it. Sounds good? Okay, let's start with a teaser for the upcoming weeks. So just so you know, we have these open sessions for you. If you have any questions, ask away. Would love to answer your questions. I'll try to give some topics as well in between. And we just released for our Zeta Cloud and Zeta Cloud-based disaster recovery clients a brand new update, and this is going to be cool, like a game changer cool. So this is my brand new Zeta Cloud that I have here. It will look very similar to what I've seen beforehand in past videos, but I want to show you one really cool thing we just did. There's a new module tab up here, and remember from our past videos we talked about hotkeys, right? So I can go to modules, click on hotkeys, and you'll notice now that, whoa, wait, that looks a little bit different. That's got some floating to it. And wait a second, if I click and drag this over, oh, wait a second, I got that dynamic grid we have in local Zeta, and everything can snap into place. And of course, I do have those hotkeys here too that I can just click on my station and do my hotkeys. Yeah, We got some layouts. We got some other really cool features coming down the pipeline too. So this was just implemented yesterday, just so you know, or 2 days ago, I believe. And some cool things here we got going on. I'll tease all the new features on Zetta Cloud next Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So pay attention for that. I thought just because the holidays, I'll do some quick little just 2 seconds because we're here and why not. Zetta tips and tricks throughout there. If you want to, got some free time. I talk a lot about live event links and scheduling. I had one of our clients was talking about how they can rotate voice tracks using live events and links in G Selector. I might save that for a future one. If that interests you, please poke me because I love getting feedback here. And again, if I have a topic that a lot of people are interested in, I'll spend a lot more time on that too. So if there is a topic you want covered, let me know. But I thought for the holidays, it's always nice. Configuration, stations. This is a great window. These are station-specific settings that you can kind of take a look at if you got some free time this weekend, or if you're just, let's say today or tomorrow you're working and you want to kind of just skim some things. Again, configuration, stations. This is pretty cool because it's got a lot of really good information here. Future days to schedule and keep, that's in there. We've got these playback options, but specifically, we have the fade in, fade outs. We got that treat event, live events as empty voice track slots and voice tracks. Got some ETM fill settings in here as well. Just a lot of really cool things. Again, ducking and normalization. Just a couple tweaks maybe you're thinking about for starting the summer and all that good stuff. And if you ever get confused or you're like, hey, Nate, what does the ETM fill category mean against the spot block fill category? And maybe you don't have me here on a Facebook Live. F1, it's a dynamic help. That means wherever I am, if I hit F1, it's going to bring me right to that screen. You can see here, you can clearly identify differences between the ETMs there. For example, the ETM fill category is based on the overall hour or between two ETMs, and the spot block fill category is just that. It's for the spot blocks only. So you can have two different fill categories there. So when you're in Zetta, cool little system, little settings there in the station, config and stations. And I thought, too, I would switch over to the G Selector sides. For example, I was going to talk about fly-in links. Again, if you don't know what fly-in links are, I'm over here under Linker, Related Links, Fly-in Links. I hit F1. Same exact thing as Zetta. There is my related links. Boom. Gives an entire rundown of all of them. And just a couple things here, too, talking about. I've been going around Facebook and seeing all of the, broadcasting club, automation clubs, all of that good stuff. And I know that I think it was Phil. I might butcher the name. I'm sorry. Phil was posting about flying link questions, and I'll be more than happy to chime in and help you guys out. And his question was essentially identifying scheduling flying links if they don't schedule for whatever reason. I always recommend when you're troubleshooting your flying links, remember, G Selector is a piece of software. There's some human elements in here that you have to tell it what to do. So if you tell it, don't play this sweeper or don't play this category, and then you make that category a fly-in link, guess what? It's not going to schedule because you told it not to. But maybe you're inheriting a database and you don't know what's going on. Well, I always recommend the first thing I do when troubleshooting links, I go to the editor, and then I go in and I manually insert the desired fly-in link. Check the score and the failure details. If you got a score of a 0, you got a problem. Take a look at that link, see where you're banning it. If not, take a look at your fly-in link settings, and that will guide you there. His question was essentially is I had specific links in my clock. They're not being reflected with the fly-in links, and that's because it's this setting right here. Again, edit relationship. You can see at the very bottom. If I'm only going to replace an element, not fly-in link in addition to the sweeper, I have a fly-in link in a specific link section there. Check that off. It's going to overwrite those specific links as well. Cool stuff there, too. Thank you, Corey, for checking in. That's awesome. Thank you, Corey. So that's little tips and tricks there for G Selector for the holiday weekend. And if you are bored and you want to go and skim some of our great resources we have here at RCS, don't forget, majority of these videos are online. If you go to rcsworks.com, you go to the blog section right here, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. You'll see also great articles we've done for other events, other things. But specifically, if you go here in the search, you might find if I do a Q&A, you'll see all of our in the time remote workflows. We try to keep the titles consistent for you. So when you search, you can find them. But you can see here, this is from last week, Q&A in a time remote workflows, G-selector twofers and kick grids. I try to identify a title as well as a description of what we talked about so you can kind of get an idea. Here's week before that, we had Scott over in RCS Canada talking about Zeta Cloud hybrid models and just a very brief paragraph of what that's talking about there. So if you're looking for past videos, definitely check out. I will say the high quality videos are under the RCS blog. All of our videos, because obviously Facebook Live is on our Facebook page. Just go to RCS Sound Software. Obviously, you're here right now. Go to the videos, go to the past videos. You'll see all that good stuff there as well. I will give you kind of a 30-second warning for last chance for getting your questions in. Otherwise, I will see you again next Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, love the feedback. So if there's topics you want to cover, anything in particular you want to address, perhaps you want to just direct message us personally to get your questions in, more than happy to help. Whatever I can do, just let me know. I've done a lot of just, enhancement tickets for clients who are looking for doing certain functionality within any of our RCS products as well. And again, next week, we're going to cover Zeta Cloud and the updates we just did a couple days ago, which is really, really cool. So enjoy your sparklers. Enjoy your July 4th weekend if you're here in the States. If you're international, hope you're having a fantastic weekend as well. And last check there. Thank you, V. She just posted the videos of all of the good stuff on there as well. So I'll bow out for today. Enjoy my weekend. Be safe. Wear your mask. I wish the best to you and your family and your friends. And, of course, all of those essential workers out there. Thank you for all you do. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.